Boy, am I excited to go through our first house that we purchased. Oh my gosh, we finally did it. After going through all of the eBay, the stock trading, option trading, Bitcoin, Rover, Uber Eats, gym janitor, we finally got our first house. Now, it was our primary house, but still, it was our first house. And again, going back to last week's video, I was talking about how wanted to make a bunch of money to accumulate real estate so we could build our financial wealth and get our time back through financial freedom. Now, we got that first house. Super exciting. And we learned a lot in the beginning of that process. Why? Because I had no idea what was going on with loans, how to get them, what to do, how to qualify, all the different things, looking at properties. I was just so excited because we were looking at houses to get a house, and we finally did it. Now, for us, we ended up going with a conventional loan because at the time, they were allowing you to put 3% down. Now, sometimes they fluctuate. Conventional will allow you to put 5%, 3%. It changes. FHA allows you to put 3.5% down. And do keep in mind, if you decide to go that route, you will get hit with PMI, private mortgage insurance. It's just collateral for the bank that if you default, they can use those extra payments to basically for themselves. It's just another fee to tack on. But keep in mind, when you're only putting 3% down, you're not putting a whole lot of skin in the game, and you can just walk away. So they like to put that insurance in place. And again, when you hit like 20% equity in the home, you can get the bank to remove that PMI because now you have more equity at stake that they're comfortable. It's dumb, but it is what it is. So we ended up going with that conventional 3% down and getting that PMI. Now, the best part about this house, we got a 2.5% interest rate on it. Unheard of. It was crazy at the time. Interest rates were in the 2s. I've talked to so many other people, so many other real estate people, and they said, wow, you are lucky. Because when they bought their first house, the interest rate was in the teens. Double digits. That's crazy to think about. For us, we got 2.5%. And also, when we bought the house, it was at reasonable market price. It was right before house prices just started going crazy through the roof. So not only did we get a low interest rate, we got a good, reasonable priced house. We didn't have to put very much money down in it at all. And that was our first house we had to live in. So we lived there for a couple years, and during that time frame, I just was wondering, scratching my head, thinking, okay, how am I going to get the next house? I got to save up a bunch more money at my jobs. And yes, I'm still working multiple jobs at the time in that new house because I'm thinking I got to make more money so I could buy my next house. And I'm just deciding with myself, sitting at my office table, is, you know what? Like I said, I'm just going to learn as much as I can. I'm going to watch a ton of videos, YouTube videos, podcasts, read books. I'm going to do everything I can about real estate. And I was learning everything about traditional real estate, fix and flips, BRRRRs, just normal long-term rentals. I was looking into house hacking, but at the time, I was married. And I was thinking, well, do I really want a house hack? It just didn't make sense for me. So no, I didn't go the house hacking route. BRRRRs, a little harder because at that time, everybody's paying cash 30, 40, 50K over. And it was just a really competitive market. I didn't understand it well enough, so I never really dove into it. But I was just educating myself just to get the concept down. Didn't really understand fix and flips at the time, and I was scared to do them. So I just said, I will save that one for the future. So now I'm just thinking, okay, well, my next investment, what is it going to be? What do I got to do? Get a bunch of money, I know that. and I'm gonna need to put 20 to 25% down just to get a rental. But again, that market was crazy. Prices were really high. So it made it harder for me to bring just a loan when people are paying cash. So I sat stagnant for about 2 years, and I don't regret that time because it allowed me to accumulate a lot of knowledge that later on I was able to utilize. So through all the YouTube videos, all the podcasts, all the books I was reading, I was just absorbing as much information as I can, knowing that in the future I'll be able to utilize that. And so for a while, I just felt like I was stuck, but it was a good thing. Because like I said, I got my first house, and that's where it starts, is getting that first house. So as my journey progresses, you're going to get to hear more about how I continue to keep growing and evolving into the next chapter on my real estate journey. But this one was a very pivotal moment in my path because it was the first house to get the portfolio started. Now, this house is a long-term rental for me now. It is cash flowing very well out here in Texas. And I am super happy and stoked for that because, like I said, it's a 2.5% interest. So that principal is being paid down very quickly, and I'm cash flowing, and it is appreciated very well. Couldn't be more excited about that first home that I purchased. And yes, not everybody's first home is going to be a home run like that. But it's okay, because if you buy a house, you're getting started. You're learning the process along the way. So continue to follow along with me in this journey of how I went from gym janitor doing all these other jobs to owning multiple rental properties in my portfolio. I will continue to get through them and go catch you all the way up to where I'm at. But I wanted you to follow along in this journey because everybody starts somewhere, and everybody needs to know where you came from and how you got there, because a lot of people just see the success. They see the videos of where you're at, but they didn't really see where you came from. So it's very misleading. And that's why I wanted to create this video for you, so that you can see I'm just your average normal guy trying to figure it out for my family to generate wealth at a different level, and also to gain financial freedom so I can get my time back. Because again, time is very important. I can make more money, but I can't make more time. I only lose my time. So I got to cherish and value that. And financial freedom will help. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and feel free to leave a comment below about maybe your first home that you purchased, or maybe something in your journey that just got you started, get you going, or even put in the comments maybe some of the things that, some of the hurdles that you've had to go through to get to where you're at. I'd love to read through those, love to see what's going on. I know you can hit the little bell button somewhere down below to get notified of my next videos. And I will continue to keep adding more and more videos every single week, just so that you guys can see and follow along with my journey. So I'm super excited to continue to keep doing this, and I hope that you can see something out of the videos that I create, that you can know that it is possible for you to do the same thing that I'm doing by just taking one step at a time. So have a great one, and don't forget, subscribe.